you still side-eyeing me? Okay. Hello, I'm bored, and welcome to my bedroom, devoid of all character and personality, except for the triangle window, which is awesome. And I've been trying to figure out how to make this room a little bit more usable for me, because it's small. I'll give you that. It sounds very echoey right now because there's hardly anything in here. But when there is a bed in here, it takes up almost half of the room, just a full-size mattress. So what we're thinking is tackling this little step wall cabinet that we have here. It goes not all the way up to the ceiling. We had bins on it before, and that triangle window goes all the way to the other wall. So what we're thinking is we're going to tear apart this cabinet and build kind of like a loft bed with bookshelves underneath and a little cabinet that I can step on. Hi, dog. Lay down. Hi, Bubba. And a little cabinet that I can step on right there. So let's get to it because Dad is waiting patiently to do demolition, and I keep telling him no. So real quick, say hi to Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Side eye for good luck.
Right before we get to the fun demolition stuff, I just want to have a quick remembrance for my old room. Now it's just all sitting in a pile in the living room. And before you go say, Molly, where are you going to put all of this stuff when you just turn it all into bookcases? I'll figure it out as we get there. But now we have the room all emptied out. Let's talk about what the vision is for this room. And much like most people from my generation, of course, I have a Pinterest board for that. So let's dig into this kind of boho mid-century captain's quarters. I don't know. The idea for me is to live in a library. I would love to live inside a bookshop and never have to leave. So if we can make that happen, we're winning. So starting out, we're going to do a quick little drawing of what the bookcase loft bed is going to look like. Some of this we're going to be able to put over the cabinet that already was there. We have to cover that area because the stairs to the basement start there. So we're going to have to build it up high as we can to cover the stairs. It makes sense, I promise, and not just because I have the flu right now. So ignore my voice and just bear with me. We're going on a journey together.
So is this cabinet original when they built the house?
I don't think so. I think they put this in after the fact, after that went in. I'm not sure whether the downstairs is original, but it looks like in the power panel like they put it on after.
Okay.
So who knows?
Who knows? I was just wondering if we were ripping a 1954 cabinet.
The drywall wall is old.
Okay.
Honestly, it's okay to do refurbishments on your house like that. If you have to rip out a 1954 cabinet in your original 1950s home to make the space more usable, I am all for it. Go do that thing.
The ceiling,
as you go.
the ceiling to the downstairs is in the hole. Oh, what do they have in there? There's paper.
That's the dog ate my homework. It's biology homework.
Oh my God, it's actually homework.
I told you.
No, I want to see.
Kids have always been the same.
I think that's hooked on phonics.
You love hooked on phonics.
Freaking love hooked on phonics.
Editor's side note, she does not, in fact, love Hooked on Phonics. And anyway, this book wasn't Hooked on Phonics. It was just a learning how to read book. So calm down, Molly. Your trauma is showing.
Okay, so we decided we're going to send these to the thrift store because they're in really good condition and they're really not that dirty. So I'm going to wipe them down with the Lysol wipe and we'll send it to the thrift store. I mean, it's really not that old either. So we'll take care of it.
Okay, seriously though, let's get to this massive mess we made on the floor. We are going to be gathering this up and getting it over to the dump. So let's get to it.
Goodbye, broken bookcase. Let's get this trash out of here. Hello, puppies. Hi, Bobo. Hey, Duke. Hi. Oh, okay.
One of the nice things about living on the Oregon coast is that even the drive to the dump is a gorgeous drive. And yes, when you are in your 20s and still living at home, going to the dump is the best outing you can do. At least it counts as some social interaction, right?
And it's a lot of debris. Welcome to day 2. We are continuing some demolition on the old cabinet. We decided that it was probably original to the house because that section of wall just hasn't been painted. So, yeah, probably original. But it wasn't useful for our house. So we are going to work on getting all of the nails out of it that was holding the drywall on and then shorten the cabinet a bit. We decided that the top of the bed is going to be just over these 2 bars over here. So we're going to put a plywood sheet down on top of those 2 bars to make the resting pad for the mattress and build from there. We're going to have a little headboard box up at the top that we're going to run some electrical through so I can plug things in like my cell phone and a fan for the summer, all of that stuff. And then, yeah, so today is just a little bit more demolition. So come on with us. Also, look at Bobo. He's being such a good boy. Hi, Bobo. Hi, Bobo. Are you still side-eyeing me? Okay. So I found the downside to recording while I'm working on these projects is I'm so used to having music playing or a TV show or something to fill the silence, and now it's just me and pulling nails out of the wall. It's driving me nuts. Hey, that's a good thing to know. I can do this. I don't need you. Okay.
It's your girl.
I don't need no man.
Turns out I actually could use some help, so Dad ended up taking that part off. I swear it was glued to the wood underneath it. That drywall was not coming up. It was at this point that we needed to re-measure everything just to make sure that the bed would sit where we thought it would, to see how big the cabinet would be underneath. We needed to see how deep those shelves would be and come up with a plan, because some of them are going to be really deep. But we definitely had a plan, and that's when I caught this conversation.
Yes, which was we were thinking, because then I could put okay. We can put those fabric boxes behind books or whatever I have on the shelf, and it's just more extra storage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we like extra storage.
So how do you turn the power off on a crowbar?
You don't. Crowbars are a manual. It's a lever. You push it.
de-energize this?
That's the dumbest question.
It's not. It's physics.
I don't know. It's not energized. It doesn't have a battery. Poor Bobo.
It hit him, therefore it's got energy.
Okay.
So to de-energize.
You put it on the floor. Okay.
Okay, that's exactly what you do. So you don't leave things laying against the walls. You don't leave buckets on forklifts.
You just put it on the floor.
Just put it on the floor.
Okay, don't let gravity play with you.
You don't put things on top of the ladder. That
Okay, well
fall on
that
your
sounds
head.
like a bad idea.
You're de-energizing the tool.
Okay.
You are very important to the progress of things here. You are.
Hi, Bobo.
And with that little Bobo break, we decided that we needed some visual lines to see where the cabinet was going to be. So with painter's tape, we marked off as far out as the bed frame was going to be and where the cabinet was going to exist, just to see how much space that would fill up on the floor. Dad also took his circular saw and chopped down the beams that were supporting the old drywall so we can set the bed on top of the cabinet. And that is where we got for this video. So you're going to have to tune in next time to see us actually get to go to the hardware store and pick up wood. I will see you next time.